Hi guys, welcome to today's episode, and we are going to share with you on how we started scouting out for land with only 18,000 Kenya shillings, and we are going to tell you on what to look out for. So stay tuned.
Before we begin, guys, we'd like to say thank you so much for showing us a lot of love. We were overwhelmed, by the way. Many of you called, some of you texted, some of you commented on our first video. We want to say thank you. You also gave us feedback, which we incorporated. As you can see, hatuna makelele huku nyuma, leo tuko ndani tumetulia, so no wind. So we hope you're gonna enjoy this episode, and we'll get right into it. Yeah. Now the first tip, ukianza kutafuta shamba wasi, mkienda kutafuta shamba, these are the tips. As Joseph had said, we started scouting for land with only 18,000 bob. Remember, we are freelancers. Remember, we do not have a salary. See, we have kuna nini tunangoja at the end of the month, you know. Tulikuwa tumebaki tu na 18k. Kazi haiko imekam. We had no promise of work then. Yes. But we started our journey. And so, tip number 1, don't wait until all your ducks are aligned. Yes. And that is why we are telling you, just start visiting places. Start scouting. Ukisikia Optiven wanaenda mahali, jump on that bus.
Yes.
Enda uangalie hizo shamba.
Kabisa. And this is how it happened.
Yes.
Our sister was going to visit a place where she has bought some land.
Yes.
And this is still in Kajiado. And then she told us it was a Sunday. I can remember very well. Akatuambia, watu wangu simkam twende tuone, mnipeleke nione shamba place yenye nilibai.
Yes.
Kwanza tulikuwa tumebit, just wanted to go home and chill.
Yes.
And just relax.
Sunday afternoon we just chill.
Yeah. So in fact hata tulikuwa tumefika home, then tukasema manze, we just psych ourselves up, tuende tuone.
Yeah.
Tumpeleke aone hii land yake, because she had bought the land. Imekuwa lie there for some time. Ile tu unataka to make sure that your property is still there. Unajua hii ni Kenya, hii ni Nairobi.
Yeah.
Zuba hivi kuja upate hapo hivyo pamekelewa container.
Na biashara inaanza.
Na mtu anapiga shughuli hapo hivyo.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yes. So now, remember we told you in the previous video that tulikuwa tunaambiwa twendeni tuone mashamba nini, so we'll just go. So then a seed was planted at that particular point. And I think by the time my sis was telling us to go and take her aende on her piece of land, it was about 8 months after we wrote down. You remember ile writing? In fact, many of you wameenda kununua your notebook. They promised.
Thank you guys for that.
Yes, they didn't even know a notebook. Yeah, that's a side note. And it was about 8 months after.
Yes.
We now this Sunday, this particular Sunday afternoon, we were heading to Kajiado, to Ngong Suswa. So tukaanza safari. Tukaenda, and the shock for us, it was so eye-opening, because we had come here. Had we visited her shamba kitambo? We had.
Yes.
Tulikuwa tumempeleka kitambo, just kitambo. Hata hiyo tulikuwa tunafikiri hakuna hata mambo za shamba, tunampeleka tu. In fact, she had said we go have a picnic there.
Yes.
Now about 8 months later is when tulienda, and so as we were driving down Ngong nini, we saw a lot of crazy developments, you know. Yeah, you might not see that now, but we saw changes. There was a place for nyama choma that had come up. Kimuka town was more vibrant. Somewhere people walikuwa wamechangamka. And so it opened our eyes. And that is when
we were enjoying the scenery still.
Yes, we're still enjoying the scenery.
I can tell you that whatever we saw, it was just mind blowing because of the developments that had come up. And that was the day tukaanza kusema hii kitu happen, you know. And I think shortly after, a week after, now we went back. Now with the one goal of tunatafuta shamba, tunatafuta buroti, maguta. That is how it happened. Absolutely. And do you remember, in fact, even we had also some other visits in
in
Kikuyu, Kamango area. So after that, there were still some other opportunities to just go and see what is happening as pertains to land. You know,
that's true.
And now that seed was being nurtured, and tukakuwa serious, tuko like, hey, by the way, let's do this. Now tukakuwa very intentional about kutafuta hii
shamba. And let me tell you, hiyo time yenye tulikuwa decide tunatafuta shamba, hiyo time tulikuwa na 18k, wase hiyo time tulikuwa na 18k, hatukuwa tunajua kazi itatoka wapi. We didn't have clients waiting on us, you know. Actually, we can say after tumelipwa tuta top up. No, we only had 18k, and we told God we are starting this journey with you. And you know, there's the scripture that says the steps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord.
By God,
And I believe that is just one of those 2 steps that we were being ordered.
The lesson number 2 is this: you have to compare prices when you're looking for land. And this is how it happened for us. We happened to visit different locations within Kajiado County, and even within Kikuyu area, Kamango area. And the plots were going for different rates. I remember some were going for like 570k, some were going for 600k, and even some were going for 630k. That is an 8.
And I remember, babe, when we were asking, because there's a place to put a contact, so we called. We called, and now huyo ndo mwenye alituambia he has land, an 8 going for about 370k. And I remember nikisikia an 8 for 370k, I was feeling like that is a lot of money. When I was looking at my 18k, the 18k we have, you know, and then the 370k, and in fact the first contact we got was the 370k. Which I felt, oh my god, this is crazy. I don't know what I was imagining, but it felt so like a mountain, you know, based on the current circumstances that we were in. And when we proceeded tukasema, 370, that's quite high. And I remember hiyo ilikuwa na mawe, you know, ilikuwa na mawe kadhaa. And when we now proceeded to look for other plots, other shambas, hoping that we will get something less than 370k, we were only being told, isn't it 560 mwisho? 560k mwisho. Zingine 600k mwisho. And I remember I have never felt so discouraged. And I remember telling Joseph, wait, are we really ready for this thingy? You know? And I can tell you, I don't think the journey of the Christian faith is unakuanga tu dead rock sure, you know. Sometimes the human element comes, the reality checks in, and you're like, am I crazy to think I can afford land at this particular point when we only have 18,000 bob? Now you're 18, sasa unajua hata ilikuwa isha reduce, by the way. ilikuwa imereduce juu tulikuwa tumekula tukanunua unga, so hata iko 18k
so ilikuwa inakuja around 15 Gs.
15 Gs. And so I don't think those prices were our expectation. And it's the reality of life.
Yes.
You know, even as a Christian, there are areas where you doubt. You're like, hey, is this tumejituma? Is it the right time? Is it not? You know?
Because you see, even we were thinking that huko ni interior, so lazima rates
zikuwe zinaenda chini. Yes.
But you see, it's interesting that unapata already the fact that kuna watu washafika huko and developments are starting to take place.
Yes.
So hapo inabaki rates zimekuwa
zimeenda juu.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you guys, my husband here, in his goal, ile goal alikuwa anaandika, aliandika anataka shamba 1 acre, nothing less. Aliandika 1 acre. That is the space that he wanted.
Yeah.
And if I can just be honest, wives, I don't know if you're feeling me. Sometimes you're like, ambition. It's
mwanaume ni vision. Ama ni effort. Hebu comment hapo tuambie.
Lakini mimi nilikuwa na hiki mzee kinataka 1 acre na alisema kwanza the way he wrote it with so much conviction that now I even began doubting myself. But anyway, I decided let life happen, you know?
Yeah.
And let us see. Now you can imagine, I had seen him, we had written that 1 acre, and he's the one who wrote. So I just jumped onto that dream and told him, me, I believe in you, babe, we're gonna do this. Yeah, 1 acre, come on.
And I remember tuli debate hapo tukiandika. Sababu ulikuwa unaniambia tuende na, you know?
Na vile faith inatupeleka, ka size of my faith.
Yes.
And now, with that in mind, remember, sasa tumeona shamba 8 ni tukaanzia 370, mimi nikajua basi kisha sisi kuendaenda huko mbele. And remember where the 370 was, the 370k plots were. We knew so we were even like, let's go deeper, let's go further. No, the further we went, but that was along the tarmac, ndo tulikuwa tunaambiwa 560, 580, 600. Ikikatwa 580 mwisho, isn't it? So tell me, that is an 8. Now, how many plots make 1 acre to achieve ile dream ya my husband? Tukaona hiyo kitu inakuja kama you multiply by 8 or 7, around 4 million. Let me tell you what I started telling my husband. Nikaanza kumwambia
kudidimia.
Namwambia nilididimia hata nikaona tu giza. So I remember telling him like, hey babe, I think we need to adjust our goals.
Hapa tumekuja sana. Ambition imekuwa
4 million tuko na less than 18k. Nikaanza kwambia babe, with this 1 acre dream, maybe we can achieve it. Like it's
not that it is not achievable.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
It's not
at
like
an appointed time.
At an appointed time, we shall be able to buy this 1 acre. But for now, wacha tushuke chini kwa hii level yenye tuko. Tufanye nini?
I know the scripture you are using to encourage yourself.
Which one? Which one?
All things will come to pass.
All things will come to pass at the appointed time.
At the appointed time.
Sure. So, there I was, me, doubting him and telling him we need to readjust to something. So in fact I was telling him, hey, junikoana hata kama ni 2 plots ni a quarter, right? So at least 1 million tunaweza jikaza. So kwambia, hey, tuchukue quarter. Hata kama si 8 tujaribu tufikie quarter. Hey, I remember just him looking at me and smiling. And what was going on in your head, by the way? Because you never even commented.
You know, I remember when we were doing the planning.
Yes.
And we were trying to figure out what kind of a house would we want to build.
Yes.
And in this kind of a setup, what structures nini zitakuwa hapo ndani, you know. Sasa hapo ndani umemention unataka ukuwe na swimming pool, unataka ukuwe na your garden, unataka ukuwe na now was that going to be achievable?
Well, I don't know. Because people like when I hit in my head. Yeah.
So I think factoring that, it was important to have that space.
Yeah.
You know.
So did you feel discouraged by my comments or by my suggestion?
Tuseme tu kweli.
You almost considered it.
At some point I was like, yenyewe the reality pale kwa bank account pale kuna vile.
Yeah.
But again, you see now there's what was giving me that confidence is there's a statement I had that where there's a vision, there is provision.
Oh,
so
wow.
Realize that to see limit God in our dreams. So God, in fact, that come to the level of your faith, to the level of your dreams. So ametupatia a blank canvas. It's up to us to dream. So we have to dream big.
So why tukiambo hizo mafigures aziko zina kushake?
Me honestly aziko zinanishake. Nilikuwa najua kama God mwenyewe ameputio desire in me.
Yeah.
I knew that it will take God for me to achieve this. Yes.
And not your human efforts.
Not my own.
I like that. But well, yeah, so it's like yes. Yeah. So back to our point, compare prices depending also and I don't want to say, I want to say what budget do you have? But then if I look at it, we really didn't have a budget. Maybe in our head we had some an unspoken budget, but we knew itapita to 1 million. It was gonna be a challenge. No, 1 million
it was going to be a big stretch.
Yes, we knew it was going to be a big stretch, and what we had purpose is we didn't want to get into debt, into heavy debt.
Yes.
To purchase this land, you know. So I would say compare prices. See where your faith and God meets. Yes, that's what I can say. Yes. So that you also don't go blind useme ni faith ujipate kwa mashaka, you know. But I must also mention that me and Jose had decided that whatever decision we make, not only regarding buying land, but everything as we do life, it's not always you make the right decisions, you know. Some decisions you are at a place where you weigh the pros and cons. Unapata hii na it's 80% ni 20, so unarushilia hiyo, unachukua the 80%, and it might turn out not to be the right decision, you know. And we will share this as we proceed for some of the wrong decisions that we've made, hoping that you will not make them, that you will have learned through us, you know. But one thing we decided as a couple is if it turns out well, depending on whatever decision, if it turns out well, we celebrate. If it kienda south, there is no blaming each other.
Sisi wote twende
south. There is no blame game, you know. But kuna blaming ka decision kengine hapo nitawachapia hiyo story.
Unachoma.
Hiyo lazima nichome. Hiyo nitawaambia. In fact, hiyo nitawaambia. Point nitawaambia. In fact, nafaa niwaambie, sio? Hapana, nichome tu.